Hello and welcome to Coffee with Carey. Dating has always been a bit of a roller coaster, but here's the kicker. The ride itself hasn't really changed all that much. It's the ticket system that's different. The 70s and 80s gave us mixtapes, phone calls, and awkward in-person introductions. Today, it's swipes and texts and algorithms. But while the tools and trends have evolved, building connections doesn't have to feel overwhelming. With a little effort, you can adjust to the new while keeping what worked back in the day. And if this wasn't your era, I think it might be interesting for you to look back with us and see what things were like. Different era, but as I'm pointing out, just a different approach. If you're ready to navigate, ready to check out modern dating without leaving the charm of retro romance behind, stick around because that's what's on the agenda. In the 70s and 80s, meeting someone meant putting yourself out there. You'd strike up a conversation at a party or lock eyes at a bar or nervously dial their home phone number after getting it from a mutual friend. There was no swiping. There were no algorithms. It was just good old-fashioned courage and luck. Fast forward to today, and dating apps have taken over, obviously. Instead of mingling at a party, we're scrolling through profiles on the sofa. The convenience is, of course, undeniable, but with so many choices, it's easy to feel like connection is harder to find. So, while apps are great for introductions, the real magic often happens offline. Don't linger in endless chats. Suggest a casual meetup or a video call to bring back that in-person energy. Treat the app as a tool, not the destination. Back in the day, phone calls were everything. You'd sit for hours on a landline, nervously twisting the cord around your finger, hoping that no one picked up the other extension to eavesdrop. Conversations were slower, but they were personal and they were meaningful. Today, texting rules. It's quick, convenient, and really overanalyzed to death. Did they mean haha sarcastically? Why didn't they use an exclamation point? Was that an aggressive thumbs up? But the charm of hearing somebody's voice has been replaced with emoji-filled exchanges that can sometimes feel, hollow, I guess. Texting, I believe, is for quick chats, but don't rely on it to build a connection. Suggest a phone call or a video chat really early on. Hearing somebody's voice adds a whole other layer of intimacy that no amount of clever emojis could ever do. Planning a date in the 70s and 80s meant effort. Maybe it was a night out at the roller rink or a drive-in movie. Maybe it's just going out dancing. Or if you were old enough, out for a drink somewhere, playing darts or pool. Dates were memorable because they showed thoughtfulness. These days, convenience often wins. Coffee dates, the bane of my existence. But often drinks at the nearby bar, on-the-go options. They're quick, easy, but they can also feel repetitive and uninspired, like checking off a box instead of creating an experience. Even with a busy schedule, adding a touch of creativity goes a really long way. A food truck crawl, trivia night, or a walk in some scenic spot can keep things low pressure while showing you put in some thought and effort. You don't need to overdo it. Just make it personal and fun. In the 70s and 80s, you walked into a first date with nothing but your curiosity and maybe a hint or two from a mutual friend. You had to ask questions to learn anything about them, about their interests, their job, or even if they had siblings. First dates were like unwrapping a present. You didn't know what you'd find, and that was kind of part of the fun. Fast forward to today, and you can know everything about somebody before you even meet. Their favorite coffee order, it's on Instagram. Where they went on vacation last summer, Facebook. The mystery of getting to know somebody has been replaced by a full-blown research project. And I'm really good at it. I go way farther than social media if I'm intrigued. A quick thank you to today's partner, Tabu. Tabu was created to address the intimacy issues and challenges that we women face as our hormones change over time. From menopause to childbirth, or simply the natural shifts that come with age, these changes can impact how we feel in our bodies, and in the bedroom. But here's the good news. Experts are on our side. Tabu partnered with gynecologists, urologists, and even pelvic floor specialists to create products that help address common symptoms like dryness, low libido, and even painful sex. Their Golden Hour kit is designed to make sexual health a natural part of our everyday self-care. Because taking care of ourselves shouldn't stop at skincare or fitness. And what makes Tabu different? These aren't just toys. They're beautifully designed tools that are backed by experts to help women stay connected to their bodies and maintain a vibrant, healthy sex life. The products are designed to support women in maintaining their sexual wellness through every stage of life. If you want to learn more about these beautiful and effective tools, check out the link in my description below. And don't forget to use the code CAREY10 to get 10% off your order. Because our sexual health isn't something to ignore, and Tabu might be just what the doctor ordered. But I'd say resist the urge to over-research. Instead of scrolling through their social media like it's your job, let the first date be about genuine discovery. Walk in with real curiosity, ready to learn things in real time, not see their highlight reel online. And remember, the magic of connection comes from something that happens face to face, not what you've pieced together through the internet. Dating in the 70s and 80s unfolded at a more gradual pace. You'd get to know someone slowly through shared experiences and face-to-face interactions. There was no ghosting. If someone didn't like you, you'd hear it directly. I mean, ouch, but at least it was clear. In today's fast-paced world, connections can feel fleeting. Apps let you meet dozens of people in a week, but it's easy to dismiss somebody with the very first sign of imperfection, knowing that there's always more people and another one right around the corner, one swipe away. The illusion of choice. Resist the urge to rush. Focus on getting to know one person at a time if you want to do it the way we did it. And don't write them off too quickly. Building something meaningful takes time. No matter how instant our technology makes everything else. In the past, technology's role in dating was charmingly simple. A mixtape was a grand romantic gesture, and answering machines were your lifeline to post-date follow-ups or waiting to hear if they're going to ask you on a second date. Privacy wasn't optional. It was built in. You couldn't just Google someone to dig into their life before meeting them. Now technology's everywhere, from dating apps to relationship status updates. It's easy to feel like your love life is being lived under a microscope. Oversharing and overanalyzing online interactions have become a part of the daily process that we deal with here. I'd suggest using technology to your advantage, but don't let it overwhelm you. Keep some aspects of your dating life private and focus on connecting in person. And for the love of romance, if you're making a playlist for someone, make sure it has actual effort. The modern version of a mixtape is still a win. I've made plenty of fabulous mixtapes in my days. Dating today might look different, but the heart of it hasn't changed. It's still about putting yourself out there, making an effort, and finding somebody who feels like home, whether you meet at a party or on an app or through a mutual friend. If you found this helpful, give this episode a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe. Tap that button like you're calling to ask someone out for the very first time. Appreciate you being here today. And until next time, have a good one.